Hell yeah, alright. Video, 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 video space. Video talk, talking video talk. We're 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 talking video talk. Evening. We're talking video talk. 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 We're talking video talk.
Yeah.
We're talking video talk.
Bitch, we're talking with our boy Willie. You know he's got the shit. He's dancing real hard. I know you'll never get sick of it. He's got that tee on, got that long sexy hair. You know he's about to take his shirt off, his abs so bare. He's got a six-pack. They call him Suburban Commando. He's a big motherfucker and he's dropping it low. He's about to slap that ass, baby, about to slap it so hard. You ever seen this motherfucker running naked through your backyard?
We're talking video talk. We're talking
Video talk, bitch, we're talking video talk.
Okie dokie, welcome to another video talk and welcome to my new studio. Or it's not a new studio. I'm basically 2 meters from my usual place, behind that wall that you usually see behind my back. So I'm here in my living room and here is my VHS shelves, because you like to watch VHS shelves, don't you? And I have here my new microphone. I hope everything hears everything that I talk. I have here my remote connection to my desktop, and here you are behind this HDMI video camera, which I have like 5 meters long, 10 meters long HDMI cable, which will transmit the picture from my video camera to the desktop, and that will broadcast it to the world. And good night to you, everybody who is here. Who is here? Vesius is here, and Freakazoid is here, and Einari Keskiaho is here, and Watford FC is on the house. Love the t-shirt. Yeah, I love that too. And here I also have my Vinegar Syndrome, the rest of the 2021 releases. And by the way, this doesn't belong here at all. Not quite yet there. Anyways. And then I have my Vinegar Syndrome unboxing buddy, Trigger Davis. But I think he is a little bit out of breath. I think this blow-up male sex doll has a hole in it, but I will blow him blow him again. All right. Now he's back in business. Now, are you excited about to unbox the Vinegar Syndrome? I think you are. I think you are very excited about this evening. Don't ask me why I have that. It is from my Finnish broadcast. It's a long story. It's a stupid story. I won't go into detail on that one, but rest assured, it's stupid. It is stupid doll. Henry's Movie Blog says hello. I like the setup, by the way. by the VHS movies for this live. Yeah, I have long awaited to do this kind of live, to be on this side, but most of the time I have to do something on the computer, and it's a little bit hard doing that on this desktop, this remote connection, but please bear with me. If there's some complications, I will try to resolve them as quickly as I can. Is Ville... what do you say? Is Ville watching movie have I seen Annihilators from year 1985? Yes, I have. Not terribly special film, I am afraid. Maybe I should pop out this chat window so I can see a bit more better your chat messages. Maybe this will do. Yes, also in Tampere there's a very huge blizzard. We are getting snow up the ass. So much snow, my man. So much damn snow. We're gonna get buried in that. But never mind that. 40 people watching. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the chat. And if you are new here, I am a Willy and I'm talking about videos. And tonight I'm gonna be talking about Vinegar Syndrome releases of 2021. And hopefully everybody has seen the part 1, which I did a month ago. It was a video. This is a live broadcast, so feel free to ask me anything or comment on anything or anything goes in these live chats. And tonight I will be continuing with my Vinegar Syndrome journey and starting from July of 2021. The last films I did in the video was from the Black Friday sale, which was in May, and of course June was a partner labels only month, so there were no Vinegar Syndrome releases, but there were some good partner releases. I'm talking about most of all, I'm talking about Walking the Edge with Robert Forster playing this taxi driver who gets tricked by Nancy Kwan, and Nancy Kwan is going on this vigilante rampage. And while it's not as good film as something like Vigilante, but it's got some good LA noir vibes to it. Okay, I think this dude is out. This dude is now out. But yeah, I recommend Walking the Edge if you like film like Exterminator or Vigilante. That's a good one. But shall we start from the Vinegar Syndrome releases? July began with this release, and this is wait a second. It's my unboxing video. Through the Fire, man. Through the Fire. This is Vinegar Syndrome 361. And this was also marketed as The Gates of Hell Part 2. I don't know what the hell is going on with this title. This has got absolutely nothing to do with Gates of Hell, let alone being Part 2. If you are talking about Lucio Fulci film, this is nothing compared to that. Actually, my memory is pretty vague on this one. This was some woman and who asked policeman to help her find the missing sister, and they find some medallion, and then there's some Satan worshippers and stuff like that. I don't remember this was being very special film. It was watchable and a little bit silly and sometimes even entertaining, but it kind of tells me something if I can't remember anything when I watched it 6 months ago, so I don't know. what more to say about this film except Gates of Hell? And the slipcover, yeah, okay, it's okay. Everything with this is okay. Nothing to write home about. Tutti Punti, good evening, and do you guys, do you have anything to comment on this Through the Fire? Has anybody have got this and watched it and liked it especially? And does anybody remember anything about this Through the Fire film? Some things never rest in peace. This slip cover looks like it's worn out, but rest assured I have not sank this in a beer glass or anything. It is just made to look that way. And Watford FC, have another beer. Thank you so much. You're so much greetings to you and greetings to the missus also. And hopefully you're having a good day in the UK and in London. Hopefully you don't get this much goddamn snow that we are getting here right now. You know, I was a couple of hours back. I went outside to take out the garbage and with this t-shirt only, and I almost froze to death because it was so windy, so snowy, and so cold. So don't go outside. But thank you, Watford FC. Do you see anything you like behind me in the shelves? I can talk you about something in the shelf also with super chat. Thank you so much. I like it. Let's put this thing on the screen now. Yeah, here we had the super. Yeah, I can use this. It's a bit laggy, this remote connection with my laptop, but yeah, I think I can use it somewhat. I could do this streaming using this laptop, but no, it's not terribly good. It's not terribly good. Oh my god! Wadzilla74 says, you rule, brother! If you could pick any movie from Vinegar Syndrome to release in 2022, what would it be? Thank you, first of all, thank you so much, Mr. Wadzilla74, for your super chat. I drink to that. And let me think, what would it be? I think, There's so many options, too many choices. Maybe I would pick something Indonesian film, maybe Arizal film that I have not seen. Arizal's silent killer, silent triggers, silent something. So, do you know the Filipinian movie director Arizal, or is it Indonesian? But he's a great guy. Made films such as Final? I don't even remember. Final Game, Final something, and also bunch of other very good action films, but Silent Executioners I have not seen. Maybe I would pick that. But hopefully there's gonna be some awesome releases this year too. Last year was pretty good. Last year was pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay. So, moving on, Through the Fire. It was okay, I guess. But nothing to write home about. And then another one those, it was okay and nothing to write home about. A Lamp. A horror film about these guys who robbed this old lady, and they stole this ancient lamp, and what do you know? From this lamp comes an ancient evil spirit to haunt their asses. And this lamp is stored in some museum, and then of course there's some horny teenagers that go into that museum, and this lamp starts wreaking havoc in this place. So have you seen this lamp? Because this was a film that I had heard about previously, but I have not seen. This is also known as The Outing, but I think The Lamp is more appropriate name for this film. Yeah, it had some couple of good gore scenes, if I remember correctly, and nice little effects. This Outing thing. Wait a second. I will check my review. Do I have something more to say? Something snappy. In my notes, I said the film opens strong, but unfortunately becomes a little bit too talkative. But then it picks up towards the end. So maybe they should have a little bit sped up the middle way of this film. So it could have been much more enjoyable. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But in my opinion, probably not Vinegar Syndrome's finest hour, but so far this is the best film that from these two that I have picked for this evening's show. Yeah. All right. Let's continue. Hey, and also feel free to comment on anything, because I'm here to answer you. This is the idea that I keep live chats that you can ask and add your comments on it. It's 40 people watching, so you probably have something to say about this, hopefully. 41 people watching. Hello. All right. So, Killer's Delight. Hey, wait a second. What's this? What the hell? Is there another? Oh my god, film collection sends €5. Vinegar Syndrome 2022 Thunder 1-3, Arctic Heat, Porn American, and The Haunted, the TV film. Every one of those would be a very good choice. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did the Born American, because it's kind of this little independent film, so basically they could find these rights to show it, to release it, but who knows about these things. But thank you for your super chat. But Thunder 1, 2, and 3, that would be definitely on my list too. But Vinegar Syndrome has done these TV movies, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did The Haunted, because that is a very strong request. The beer is very good tonight as well. All right, so Killer's Delight was the next on this list, and yes sir, yes my man, Killer's Delight. It was from year 1978, and this is also known as the Sport Killer, which I find a much more entertaining name than Killer's Delight. It starts with this weird scene where this guy throws a corpse off the cliff, and then the opening credits start. So it kind of captured me in the beginning, but yeah, let's see what I have to say about the Killer's Delight, because this is one of those that I really don't remember. It says detective tracks a serial killer through San Francisco, because it kind of took its cues from real life events. As I remember when I watched it, I always watched the extras on this Vinegar Syndrome. I always watched the interviews. Not necessarily I don't watch like vintage documentary, but most of the time I watched every extra, and not nearly all commentaries I listened, because I really don't have the time to do everything. But yeah. A well-executed, no-budget grindhouse film, and when I say well-executed, I mean boring as hell. Yeah, this was boring. It's like a real movie. It's like a real movie. Well, I guess that's a compliment. But yeah, I really salute the movie makers for pulling this one out with a very minuscule budget. But I think what you take out of this is the opening and the end scene of the what the hell it's raining super chat. Lino Marchetti, I got to get on this action. Yeah, get in this action, Mr. Lino Marchetti. What is your favorite of Vinegar Syndrome? Is it Killer's Delight from Vinegar Syndrome's roster from 2021? Oh my god, Video Talk Support also already has $27. Well, I salute you guys. Oh, this is for you. Bloop, 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 bloop. Is it better than Lamp? No, I don't think so. It was dull, so I don't lift that in this category. But because I think here I put what is in my opinion so far the best release. So as you can see, the July was not strong, and July also showed us this release, Terminal Island. And what do you know? For the fuck of me, I never expected 4K release of Terminal Islands. Come on, this is a grindhouse film. It's like a low budget version of the film, the Ray Liotta film. What was it called? Where Ray Liotta goes on this prison island. So apparently in the future there is this prison island where they take their most wanted criminals, and then in the prison island they kind of create their own society and their own rules. And yeah, like I said, I never would have expected this Magnum video release on Finnish. This is a Finnish release of this same film, Pirunsaari, USA, which means Devil's Island, USA. And like I said, never would have expected this to come out on the 4K. And oh my god, Bupre! Raining Blood! Thank you, Bupre, so much! This is so awesome. Almost $30. It seems like you are very, very interested in Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, Escape from Absalom. Thank you, Freakazoid. That's the name I was looking for. Lino Marchetti's favorite has to be New York Ninja and Tough Guys Don't Dance. Yeah, why not? Why not? Alright. 42 people watching. Well, it seems it's a bit slow today, but maybe people come after 8 o'clock. That seems to be the trend here. Well, I think Terminal Island is pretty average film. It's got Tom Selleck in his first leading roles, and it's got some nudity in it, some mediocre violence, and it doesn't, it doesn't make you mad. It's not boring film. It doesn't make you mad, but a very strange pick for the Vinegar Syndrome Ultra HD release. And yeah, I forgot to mention, this is VS 364, the last release of July of that year. Have you guys seen Terminal Island? Or should I say Pirunsaari USA? Yeah. When you absolutely got to have 2 releases of this film. And yeah, I actually have it on Go Dread DVD as well, now that I mention it, so I guess I like this film after all. Yeah. Low budget film, very low budget film, but was there Tom Selleck? No. Yes, there is Tom Selleck. It says an Emmy winner Tom Selleck TV's Magnum Pi in one of his earliest roles. Yeah. Alright. So that was July. Well, I think I will have to put this in the so far the best release, because it's 4K, and like I said, the picture quality is pretty awesome on that disc. And never would I have expected this to look so good when I have get accustomed to watch it on this crappy looking Magnum video VHS. And by the way, I have the, let me show you. I got this. Did I show this? I got this great Magnum video sticker. I probably showed this in my unboxing, but I explained that Magnum Video was a Finnish distributor, so there you go. Here you can see where this sticker logo comes from. It's from here, Magnum Video. When you absolutely, it's the most powerful label in the world and will blow your head clean off when you start watching their films. That's right. Maybe not. Hey, are you awake there? Are you awake, guys? Don't you have anything to comment on it? Ooh, mama. So let's move to the next month, and next month was August. And I will have to check out this Vinegar. By the way, do you use Vinegar Syndrome vschecklist.com? Do you use that? vschecklist.com is Vinegar Syndrome's like list, so you can keep track of your releases, and it's done by Vinegar Syndrome. So check it out if you have the time. You need to log in there, and then you can see all the releases and release dates and how many copies there are. It's useful when you're doing this kind of a show. Yeah. Okie dokie. The August began with movie. Wait a second. August 2021 began with this movie. Now, Norman Mailer's Tough Guys Don't Dance, starring Ryan O'Neal and Isabella Rossellini. So, and Wings Hauser also. Yeah. I don't know what I don't know what kind of a film this is. It's not directly a drama. It's not a comedy, basically. It's not a crime film. It's not a horror film. But basically, it's got everything of those genres. Everything. And it's a story about this guy who goes in this coastal city, and then there's Wings Hauser as this cop. And oh my God, Wings Hauser's got to be. This has got to be one of Wings Hauser's more insane performances I have seen. And this guy does very good insane performances. Let me check. What did I write about this film when I watched it? And I did watch this in September 5th. I watched it. Oddball horror thriller paranoia whatnot flick from respected author Norman Mailer. And Norman Mailer is mostly known of his writings, his books and stuff like that. He's made few films, but not that many. Or was this even his one of the only one of his films? I'm not an expert on that guy, but he has not made a very, very long filmography, but this is an oddball film. And the story is I tried to concentrate on this story, but it gets so wound up, so new things happen every time. So you're just wondering, okay, where is everything? What is this everything had to do with anything? Where is this going? What's going on? What, why? And most of you probably, if you have not seen Tough Guys Don't Dance, you have probably have seen the oh God, oh man, oh man, oh God scene from this movie. And that is a very spectacular scene. This oh man, oh man, oh man, oh God scene. If you want to check it out, it is available in YouTube. And Ryan O'Neal does this thing. But when if you take that out of context and put it in YouTube, so you probably watch that clip and okay, what the hell kind of movie is this? But when you watch this movie completely, it doesn't feel out of place at all, because it's filled with this weird and otherworldly dialogue. I mean, no regular people talk like that. It's hard to explain. You probably need to watch the film for yourself if you want to get really a touch of what this film is all about. I cannot explain it. And by the way, I do have the VHS for you guys. This is Finnish version of this Kovat kundit eivät tanssi. Now that is basically a literal translation of that title, Tough Guys Don't Dance. This is a Showtime release, and yeah. I really don't remember, did I ever even watch it? This was probably the first time I ever watched it on this Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. But Lino Marchetti says, and Tough Guys Don't Dance. So probably Lino Marchetti's favorite film is this Ryan O'Neal flick. What more I can say about this film other than that? Oh man, oh god, oh man, oh god, oh god, oh man, oh man, oh god, oh man, 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 oh god, oh man, oh man, oh god. Yes, so far this is the best release of this fall of 2021 from Vinegar Syndrome releases. I mean, it's not it's not in my opinion very, probably not a film that I watch too often. It was entertaining. It was so weird. It was entertaining. But probably not gonna watch this for a few years. Or what do you say, Mr. Lino Marchetti? Have you seen it many times already? Say something. I'm starting to think that this chat doesn't work. Do I have some computer error? Let's see. No, apparently I don't. No, well, I just continue then. 100, oh man, oh god, I need to see Tough Guys Don't Dance. Something. Bubre says something. Thanks, Bubre. And hey, 100, go watch, because obviously nothing that I say here can do any justice for this weird and unique film. I started to feel like having a beer would be a good idea for some reason. I recommend it. But don't take too many, it's Monday tomorrow. Yeah, alright. What was the next on my list? Yeah, okay. The Girl School Screamers. Yeah. It was produced by Troma, or was it released by Troma? And this was the first time director John B. Finnegan directing the film, and this actually includes very good extras, interviews from John B. Finnegan. And the story is pretty basic in this film. A bunch of college girls go to a house which they think that it's haunted, and yeah, for sure it's haunted house. And of course the stuff starts to happen, and you know the drill. Seven college girls spend the weekend in the elegant estate, which begins a fun-filled adventure but ends in a nightmare of gut-wrenching terror. That is the IMDb description. And I have written about this film that, yeah, it is very good that the first-time director is so passionate about making a film and trying to bring this unique Alfred Hitchcockian style to his film. But I have only one complaint. Why does it have to be so fucking boring? Why does it have to take so fucking long to anything to happen in this fucking film? Why is it so boring? I mean, for the first 50 minutes, 15 minutes, 50, not 15, 50 minutes in this film, the first 50 minutes, it's gonna be talking and walking around in the house and dancing in the house. And if you're trying to build excitement with that technique, so I'm afraid I got news for you. You're not doing a very good job. Yeah. And actually Trauma, when they released this film, when they distributed this film, they actually had to add there some gore scenes, and it's like a 1 minute worth of gore scenes, but without that they wouldn't have original included even that. So needless to say, this is not my favorite film. I think this has got to be one of the worst film of cinema Vinegar Syndrome's 2021 roster. Or what do you say? What do you say? Have you seen it? CJ Henka says, evening, good evening. I got also this on VHS, still not watch it. You're probably referring to the Tough Guys Don't Dance. Film Collection says Tough Guys Don't Dance is a good name for a movie. I like it and the movie is okay. Yeah, I have to agree. The title is very, very unique. And so is the film. Yeah, but yeah. OMG. But one thing I always want to say something good about everything, even though I did not like this very much. But I have to say that music was very good in this film. It reminded me of Phantasm. The Don Coscarelli film. I'm not talking about these Australian sex films, man. I'm talking about Phantasm. Yeah, from 78, or was it 79? I think this title music is available in YouTube. I remember playing that in some of my Finnish chats. Probably, was it like August video tips or something like that? Oh, never mind. Well, but forget about this. I don't recommend this. I don't recommend this at all. But for Vinegar Syndrome enthusiasts like me, you gotta have them all right. So I gotta have this also. Hey, I didn't even show it to you. I was so eager to go ahead on this, but I think the graphical style of this film is very good. This is very good looking cover, and this is not a bad cover either. And the slipcover is fine, and these snails or worms, these are like this embossed. Watsila74 says, films like this keep me from getting the VS subscription. Come on, don't be like that. Films like this, because it's Vinegar Syndrome subscription is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. So that is one of the charms of Vinegar Syndrome subscriptions, in my opinion. But I am not definitely gonna put this. I'm not gonna replace Tough Guys Don't Dance with this. No sir, no sir. No, never, not in a million goddamn years. Yeah. All right. Hey, and these meat pies. Well, all right. I'm not entirely sure, was this also a Trauma Productions, I don't remember, but I do have to admit that this cover page is very, very good looking. This is beautiful, beautiful artwork. Yeah, and this film was a horror comedy about these girls who work this Andy Lee's meat pie factory, and well, you can probably guess from this cover page that they are using human victims as meat in their meat pies. Yeah, one of these that I remember watching that, but I don't have a whole hell of a lot to say about this, so I have to reach my notes once again. On the Lee. Let's see what I have written about. It's very handy that I have wrote these down. The film opens very strong with what the fuck opening. I don't remember what was that. And continues a promising comedy version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can watch for that. But only with hot chicks being the family, the chainsaw family. And yeah, nobody gets killed with chainsaw in this film, so that's a bummer. Every film should have somebody being killed with a chainsaw. But let me continue. Too bad that the film just keeps repeating itself. Yeah, some guy goes in the house and gets killed. Some other group of people goes in the house and they get killed. One guy goes with the lady to make out and gets killed. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, as such, the scenes play out a lot faster in order to keep things interesting. And I also think that this film shouldn't be 100 minutes long. Come on. Okay, I know. I always complain about the duration of the films, but seriously, if your story doesn't have nothing, no hooks, no nothing, so make it short. Keep it simple. So keep it under at least under 100 minutes. Keep it under 80 minutes. I'm completely happy about that. If there's nothing to say, don't waste time. That's my point. But let's see. On these meat pies. No, it certainly wasn't a bad film, and not the worst of this bunch that I have for you. But another one, just mediocre. And yeah, now I remember it even has Pat Morita from Karate Kid as a sheriff. Yeah. A black comedy about cannibalism done tastefully. Really. Okay, this is probably the original artwork and this is the new artwork. I really like this. I really do. Always have to say something positive. I like this artwork a lot. But because it's on the slipcover, of course I have to put the other cover in this case. Now, right on. All right, moving on. Yeah. Another film in the... Oh, okay, see, did we already... Hey, there was only 3 releases in the Okay, wait a second. I think I lost my track. What was in which month? Okay. Oh, of course. Let's stay in the August, and it was time for another Vinegar Syndrome archive release. Yeah. Whatever it takes, starring, oh my god, this has got to be an absolutely stellar cast. It's starring Fred fucking Williamson and Andrew fucking Dice Clay, and also Don the fucking Dragon Wilson. So pretty badass actors right there. And this whatever it takes is got to be I don't remember any other film that would be set in the world of steroids. This Fred Williamson plays this mafioso, and Fred Williamson has not done too many bad guy roles in his career, and most of all, oh my god, Fred Williamson gets his ass kicked by Don the Dragon Wilson. Oh, come on, how did Fred Williamson let this happen? Because this guy is known for that, and he always gets the girl and never gets killed or beaten up. But sure enough, in this film, he gets his ass whooped by Don the Dragon Wilson. This was made in the year 1998, so probably every one of these actors were past their prime. And it kind of shows, because it's supposed to be an action film, but it doesn't have too much action scenes in it. and the action scenes are not that impressive. And that it hurts my soul to say that I was expecting so much more from this film. But yeah, what do you know? Of course, when I had never even heard about this film, you can probably guess from that it's not that memorable film. It's not a bad film. I love to see these guys in action, and also I love to see Andrew Dice Clay, and he's doing his stand-up jokes, and you probably couldn't do these jokes nowadays in a film. Yeah, and I remember the end scene was very funny, the final joke, and considering that they have lost their loved ones like an hour ago, then yet Andrew Dice Clay like throws in this kind of greasy joke, and Don the Dragon Wilson laughs. I think he probably would be traumatized as hell. Yes, it's a Vinegar Syndrome archive release, of course. Yeah. So we have this great cover, VHS style cover, and we have the poster, which includes this artwork, and also it includes this artwork. And okay, let me show this artwork. Yeah. And this was a VSA release number 16. VSA 16. Yeah. All right. So that was the number, and not a bad deal, but a little bit disappointing, I have to say. Was there anything else I wanted to say about the film? Yeah. Actually, it got interviews with this had interviews with Going for Control, brand new interview with actor Don the Dragon Wilson, I Am a Classic, brand new interview from actor Fred Williamson, and I do have to say that I enjoyed these interviews very much. These old guys are pretty funny, and they are really enthusiastic what they do, and especially Fred Williamson. Come on, this guy is over 75 years old, and god damn, that dude looks good. For all elderly people, he looks good. Now, he was not that old when they made this film, but when they made this interview, was it in 2019 or 20? Anyway, he seems to be very spry and full of energy. I would seriously hope that he was talking in that interview that he would want to make a film with Quentin Tarantino. Now, please, Mr. Tarantino, when you make your next movie, put Fred Williamson there. Do something, like taking a shit or something. Never mind, just put him in your film. It would be a match made in heaven. Now I know these guys, they did From Dusk Till Dawn, but it's not actually the same thing because, it was not directed by Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino was the actor, but like in the Kill Bill, Tarantino asked David Carradine to be in the picture, so you could do the same for Fred Williamson. And make him get the girl and not having his ass kicked. Einheimischer says, I collect movies a long time, but I have to admit, a lot of the stuff Vinegar releases, I have never heard of it. Hey man, I have the same thing, exactly the same thing. I think I'm I think I'm somewhat an expert on B movies, but I think almost every month they surprise me with their new releases of films that I have never even heard about it. This is a very good example, this Whatever It Takes. Had not previously heard about this, but I'm very glad that they brought it on this VSA line. And hey, by the way, did you know that on Tuesday, Vinegar Syndrome will release their February titles, and that would be Wednesday morning here in Finland, and it would be 7 o'clock in the morning in the Finland. But I was thinking about doing a short live and talking about these new February releases. So you can either join in the live or watch it later. But I would like to do this kind of morning chat with taking a cup of coffee and before going to work and talking about February releases from Vinegar Syndrome. I have absolutely no idea what to expect. So. And I will not peek, and I will give you my genuine reaction for the titles to be. My damn internet went down, but I'm back. Sorry to hear that. But I'm glad you returned. So would you like to come to join in that morning live chat, or that would be nighttime in the United States? Also very early morning in the UK. God damn it. These are very hard to put back in their cases without scratching these plastic covers on this. Because every time you get that shit, it gets stuck on that. So that is one thing that pisses me off. Even though I like the artwork and the toughness of this cardboard, but sometimes this really pisses me off. It really does. Fuck this shit. I will put that on that cover later. 42 people watching. A slow night. But the clock is almost 8 o'clock. Then everybody comes in that hour. Okay, seems that you don't have any comments, so I will continue my journey to September. Yes, September. Oh, not yet, not quite yet, sirs, not quite yet, because August gave us also a Peekarama release. Yes, sir. Peekarama is an adult label, a sub-label, and they brought us Phantasm, and Phantasm comes again. Sorry. Here, Phantasm, and Phantasm comes again. So, what is this Phantasm? Well, it's an Australian sex film. It is its first film, Phantasm, and its sequel as a bonus film. So Phantasm is about this doctor. Okay. This is completely bullshit package. I mean, I'm a Vinegar Syndrome fan, but I'm willing to admit when something is bullshit. And these are bullshit. These are like these Australian sex comedies, very light on sex. I do have to admit that these films include a lot of chesty women, if you know what I mean. This guy, Travis, would be very into that, but he's out of breath now, so I won't ask him. But it's about this doctor who tells the watchers, to the audience, some like a philosophical and psychological bullshit about sex life and what to know. And it's basically a film filled with made with these little stories about sex and people having sex. And okay, one story I remember vividly. It had John Holmes in it. Yes, the John Holmes with his 30-inch or 30 centimeter dick showing when he comes out from the pool. But that was pretty much basically the high point of this film. And Phantasm comes again as a sequel to that film. But it was pretty much the same thing, except in this film, it was not about the doctor, or it was more about these newspaper reporters that make writing some sort of a story or book about people's sex life. So that was the reason for all these kind of weird sex tales that these include. Yeah, not too arousing films or good adult films. At least in my taste, that these are too like stupid humor, too funny and too stupid. And okay, you you probably get excited now when I say that, but I take that back. I say too less stupid, too little stupid, and it is like a real comedy, but it's not funny. And that applies to both of these flicks. It was really painful to watch that. But, like I said, I have to say something positive about this. I would have to give credit to Vinegar Syndrome. These interviews were very, very good. I think the extras on this double feature disc were better than the actual features that it includes. And by the way, these are not hardcore if you're into that sort of thing. So if you are gonna be disappointed. But these extras, they tell in the extras, in the interviews, it was the producer and the director got interviewed for this disc, and they tell all sorts of things about Australian filmmaking and Australian censorship. So maybe for those things you need to get this, because that was pretty interesting. And it also includes the clips from the Australian film, the Not Quite Hollywood, the documentary about Australian B movies. Have you guys seen Not Quite Hollywood? I recommend that. A very good documentary, because I am a fan of exploitation films. So basically this goes for that category as well. Have you seen Phantasm? And not to be confused with Don Coscarelli's film. Was this even made in the same year, this Phantasm? 76 and 77. Oh, okay. Coscarelli's film was 78. So, and I think in these extras they even said that they got always confused with Don Coscarelli's film. Like they said, no, we are a porn movie theater. We don't take horror films. No, it's not a Phantasm. It's Phantasm. There's not P and H. It's Phantasm. It's with F. Any fans of Australian exploitation films and Phantasm films? At all. Yeah. Oh yeah. Moving on again. And can we now move to September? All right, let's see. Yes, I think we can. So, July was not that special. And also, by the way, where is that? Hey, wait a second. I think I'm missing one release. No, I don't. I'm not missing one release. Because, hey, we are back in business in the regular Vinegar Syndrome release. And I'm talking about Vinegar Syndrome 369 Resurrection. Oh yeah. Starring none other than Christopher Lambert. There can be only one Christopher Lambert. Yeah. Resurrection is... yeah. Okay. This is not that special film, and kind of a weird release from Vinegar Syndrome. I think this is pretty much too mainstream film for Vinegar Syndrome, and also too new film. This was made in the year 1999, and this was clearly a film that they made in order to cash in on the success of Seven. Oh man, this is like carbon copy of Seven. Only that Christopher Lambert and his cop pal, they are, solving these kind of gruesome serial killer killings, seem to be related with these crucifixions, and it got some gore, and it was directed by Russell Mulcahy, a guy who is mostly known probably for directing Highlander. So I guess they got so well along with Christopher Lambert, so he asked him to be in his Seven film. And like Tutti Punti says, that was a bit like Seven. Not even a little bit. It was pretty much like Seven, in my opinion. It's always raining, and this Christopher Lambert's partner is like this hothead, like Brad Pitt was in 7, and the killings are gruesome and they're investigating. But the only problem is that it's not nearly as good as 7. No way in hell. Like I said, a weird release from Vinegar Syndrome, too mainstream and I think too basic, too mediocre to be a Vinegar Syndrome release. Other than being a direct copy from 7, I don't think it was like amusing or anything. It was watchable. This would be an okay film if you would watch it on like Netflix or something, like an okay Sunday afternoon film, but a Vinegar Syndrome release? I don't think so. I don't think so. That was my Christopher Lambert impersonation. I don't think so. Tutti Punti says, yeah, it was a little bit like 7. Indeed, it was. Resurrection. I won't replace with Tough Guys Don't Dance, because still this is the leader of this fall of 2021 from Vinegar Syndrome releases, yeah. Okay, moving on. The next release. Okay, Shallow Grave. Okay, I really have to go for my notes here because I have absolutely no recollection about this film. No. None whatsoever. And this is not to be confused with the Danny Boyle film from year 1994. This was made in 1987. Sort of live female version of Deliverance. Female version of Deliverance would suit this very well. There's a good film here, but it would need it for some more pepper in it. So something, a bit more punch to it. So it was meh. That would describe it more vividly. A lame film. 2 stars I have given to it. And I see there's also Tutti Punti's review. And also Tutti Punti has put 2 stars. I'm watching videospace.fi here. It's my site, and maybe someday I will talk about that. Alright. But I can see that we are on the same level with here. Uneven thriller. With low budget. A very good description of that with Tutti Punti. And that was number... Hey, wait a second. This is my main point to show the... I think the graphical design of the cover is very good. Who is making these covers for Vinegar Syndrome? This guy is an absolutely genius. Of course we have the reversible sleeve, so let's check out the original cover art. Okay, it's pretty boring, this original artwork. Don't turn your back on the law. The road might lead to a shallow grave. Yeah. Alright. But this is very tasty indeed. I will move on now because some films you just don't have not that many things to say about that, and that is the way of life. Okay, so but now we have something that I can really talk about. 46 people watching. Hey, remember to hit that like button. I always remind that, but always hit that like button. If you're not hit that like button, hit that now. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, could you do me a favor and subscribe to the channel? That would make me a very happy boy. Alright, Blades. Now, this is not Blade sequel like Aliens, Blades. No, nothing at all. This is a weird story about this golf course that these rich people go to play golf, and then there's this possessed lawn mover. Yeah, it's like this film rips off Jaws, but shark is not shark. It's a lawn mover that is hiding in the bushes. Can you freaking believe that? A lawn mover that wreaks havoc in a golf course, and it even has some similar type of music. And the lawn mover approaches people, and then it mutilates the people. Actually, this was pretty funny film, and maybe even a better film that I expected to it be, because this, as far as I remember, it was produced by Troma. Yeah. Blu-ray debut of this traumatic classic, traumatic, yeah, and yeah, a parody of Jaws, only with a lawn mover and a sea being the golf course. I recommend this, and I probably would have to put this. I would probably have to put this to replace the Tough Guys Don't Dance. What do you say? Did you like the blades? The artwork in this one is not that special. It's okay, but nothing to write home about. But now I will put this. I will replace this Tough Guys Don't Dance with blades. I would have to rate this at least 3 stars, maybe 3.5 stars. Yeah, it was so weird idea, and so it was executed with tongue-in-cheek, but it was not with an annoying way. You know, when Troma makes these tongue-in-cheek films, they can be a little bit annoying, but this was not that type of annoying tongue-in-cheek. It was okay type of tongue-in-cheek. Yeah. Okie dokie. Oh my god. Okay, another hit film from Vinegar Syndrome, and this was one of my candidates for the most surprising film of last year, the surprising release, because I had not ever heard about this film before. The Devil Story, a French Evil Dead film inspired by, made to be an international horror hit, but failed miserably. It's a story. It's a weird, incomprehensible story about this couple who goes to the French countryside. And by the way, it was shot in the Normandy. They go there in this castle to spend the night, and then weird shit starts to happen. Then there's this crazy horse is running around, and this crazy guy is shooting the whole night to hunt that horse. I mean, this guy has an endless amount of bullets. He's shooting his shotgun through the night, and he never seems to hit the horse, even though the horse should be like 5 meters from him. Is it a ghost horse? I don't know. Why is this scene going on? I don't know. This film is filled with the what the fuck. I think this was the most what the fuck film I had seen last year. Period. There's no question about it. Devil Story. That's what. When you see the opening scene, you understand what I'm talking about. The film opens with this panning in the woods and panning to the tents, and then this monster, mutant monster dressed in an SS uniform, he comes out from the tent screaming bloody, and then he starts killing people, and the camera lingers in the corpses like for a half minute when slow motion of the blood spurting out. Apparently these scenes were added in the post-production because they really needed to pan out the running time for this film, because they had noticed that their film is just too short. So whatever, put in slow motion blood flowing, whatever. And yeah, it even has a mummy in it. A fucking mummy appears from the ship that is coming out from the grave. Under the ground. The ghost ship comes under the ground, and a coffin of a mummy appears and the mummy comes out of it and starts killing people. Now, this is, you absolutely, you need to do yourself a favor and watch definitely Bernard Lunai's The Devil's Story. Yeah. The slipcover is excellent. It's funny. Very funny slipcover indeed. And yeah. What is the original art for this? Nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Tutipunti says, oh well, Devil's Story is awesome. And Blaze had really fun idea and had funny moments, but it should have been even more overdrive. Yeah, maybe I do agree with you. And Devil's Story is awesome, and you don't know if he hit the horse or not. Blood flows like 2 minutes after the horse kicks the guy. Yeah, a minute. To answer your question, Mr. Quint 150, yes, I have seen The Rubber. This is the Finnish DVD of The Rubber. Yeah, this is a weird film. And this has to be the best film that I ever seen, where the car tire is going around in the countryside and exploding people with its telekinetic powers. It's definitely the best film of that subject. Hey, definitely. Oh shit. I certainly will replace Devil's Story. This, so far, this is the best. So Blaze didn't have the kingdom too long. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Moving on, and what do you know? We have a sex film, a genuine sex film. Debbie Does Dallas Part 2. I have never seen Debbie Does Dallas Part 1, but I suspect that it's not necessary in order to understand the plot of this film. Debbie goes to somehow was it some cat house, goes there and oh yeah, then there's people fucking. It's a hardcore porn film, and it's a Peekarama Peak 1008 release. Was this third Peekarama of this year, or fourth, or I lost the count for these Peekaramas. But yeah, artwork is very nice, and the cover is not reversible sleeve. Only this Debbie Does Dallas Part 2 text here. I understand that this Debbie Does Dallas is one of the more successful adult films. I think maybe it's because this name is kind of catchy. Maybe. The best and only. Yeah. Okay. But I don't have too much to say about this hardcore film, but it was okay. And picture quality, I always enjoy these kind of films, because these are very good mastering in these adult films, and usually not accustomed to see these old adult films so looking so bright. Freakazoid Has a Rubber. It really is a weird movie. I always wondered what was it beef with the rabbits that it had to blow up. Yeah, beats the hell out of me, man. It certainly does. Okie dokie. Let's move on. And then, yes, we are now moving to October. the time of Halloween. And the first October release was Nothing Underneath, and also its sequel, Too Beautiful to Die. Now, these are Italian slasher films like Neo Giallos, and the films are set in this fashion world, and this killer is killing fashion models. Well, it has a little bit more interesting plot, because there's this model who goes to Italy to do some modeling, and her twin brother is a mountain ranger in Colorado mountains, and he gets like a telepathic message. Okay, she's in trouble. So he takes a plane and goes to Italy, and with Donald Pleasance, he starts to solve the disappearance of her sister. It was okay. It was pretty okay, and the murder scenes were pretty good. And yeah, there were gorgeous women, and they did not skim any of the nudity scene in this film. And also, I have to say the Too Beautiful to Die, the sequel, only in name and only in topic. Like it is a film set in the fashion world, and then there's a killer in there. But I do have to say that this film, which is from year 1988, god damn, it looks good. And I don't mean not necessarily picture quality, but it looks like something that Tony Scott or Ridley Scott would have made. I have never seen an Italian film look this visually impressive. Then there's these music video scenes, and they are very, 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 very modern, to say the least. Very MTV, and where usually these Italian film can be a little bit crummy, but this was not. This was not a crummy film at all. Plot-wise, I don't think it was as interesting as the first one, but visually it was very interesting. It's a good package overall, and the artwork, yeah, this is the original artwork, and this is the sequel's original artwork. Yeah. So Vinegar did not a 2-disc release. Great stuff. I don't. This will not go past Devil Story, but if I have to rate this, maybe I would give 3 or 3.5 stars. Yeah. Something else I wanted. Oh yeah, the music in this Too Beautiful to Die, and that is also this anomaly of Italian cinema. This actually uses the pop songs of the 80s, like Frankie Goes to Hollywood and stuff like that. I have never seen Italians or heard Italians use these expensive pop songs in their films. Did they actually get the license to use that, or did they use them without any license? I don't know, but that kind of lifts the film over the crumminess of this general Italian crumminess to the like American level. I think this has got to have a very high budget. I don't know, but yeah. Not necessarily the best giallo I have ever seen, but consider yourself informed about this. I have Rubber. It really is a weird. Okay, I read that already. Like Shining. What? Yeah, the rubber shines. Oh, yeah, you were talking about Rubber. All right. Okay, another fantastic release, fantastically funny release of this year, Laughing Dead. Now, I have talked about this in my previous broadcast. I talked about this in best releases of the. This was my candidate for surprising release, so very much like Devil Story. So it's not a surprise that Vinegar Syndrome, it manages to surprise me. I had heard about this by name, but I have never actually seen it. It's very funny horror comedy, and it's very, very good special effects by John Carl Biegler. Even has a monster fight in the end. okay, if you are not so into the weird films like I am, I would probably have to recommend this over Devil's Story, because in order to enjoy Devil's Story, you really have to be in too deep with all these trashy films. But I think Laughing Dead is something that you can enjoy, even though you're not a hardcore bad movie fan. It's fun. It's not boring. It's very like roller coaster or splatter fun. That's my review. I will put shared shared one number one position of this so far of this list. Well, you know, did you enjoy Laughing Dead? Have you seen the Laughing Dead? Come on, some of you have seen it. It's more fun for me to talk about if you if you give me some comments. 53 people watching. Hey, hit me with that like button, please. What? Okay, so we have a spam bot in the house. Welcome, Amna Toblea, Cicero now online. Okay. If you put any more spams there, I'm gonna have to erase your ass from the chat. Actually, first time I have ever seen a spam bot enter the chat. God damn, I did not know that they can do that. And I'm watching the live chat, not the top chat. Okay, let's move on. If you don't have any comments on that. Okay, because yes, now we get the only box set of the fall, because we got a few box set in the spring, but the fall was a little bit slow. Oh, I have it. I need to watch it. You mean the Laughing Dead? Yeah, indeed. Watch it, Tutti Punti. I think you're gonna enjoy it. But there were many box sets in spring, but in the fall there was actually only one box set, and it was Camilla Keaton in Italy. Now let's see the box set, because this is fantastic. I always enjoy these Vinegar Syndrome boxes because they are made with so much care. You know, okay, first of all, let's see. Oh, beautiful artwork in here. And it includes 3 films: Sex of the Witch, Madeleine, and Tragic Ceremony. Okay, now I am in trouble because I have to say I don't remember anything about any of these films. So probably it will tell you that how did I like the films, but let me check out my notes. I have a feeling in my nuts that I was not the biggest fan of this box. Let's see. Tragic Ceremony. 4 youngsters seek shelter from the storm only to witness a black mass where everybody goes apeshit and kill each other. Yeah, now I remember. This was actually pretty good. Pretty okay. I gave it a 3-star. Like this kind of old haunted castle story, but there was really some intrigue and some impressive gore. And yeah, this film was made in the year 72, and I think for a film that was made in the 72, it was pretty gory. Yeah, and yeah, that's all I remember. It was directed by Riccardo Freda, Italian horror juggernaut. And Camilla Keaton is mostly known of her performance in I Spit on Your Grave. But in the extras on this box, she explains that she went to Italy to have a Clint Eastwood style film career. It probably didn't work out that well because it is the first time I have ever heard about any of these films. Let's see. Okay, I have give this film only 1 star. And by the way, which camera that? Yeah, I have given this film only 1 star. Camille had a great ass, says Quint 150, yeah. Karo has spam bots in his chat sometimes. We always kick them out. Yeah, I should do that too. Okay, but let me continue with this. The herd. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Okay. Do you remember when I complained in my other chat that I'm so sick and tired of films that there's an inheritance, that they go to this old manor to hear the inheritance of some old guy who has been dead, who has died, and these young people go to this house and they are waiting to get some inheritance, and of course somebody starts to kill them. This fucking film has the exactly same plotline that I watched like 3 of these films like in the last fall, and I was so sick and tired of that inheritance in a mansion and somebody's murdering the inheritors, so I had to slap this with extremely bad review. Some cop comes in and tries to figure out who's the killer, and yes, you may expect that this is like this kind of detective story. I remember there was a lot of sex scenes, but they were only to waste time. 1 star. A snooze fest, it is what this is, I have said. Crummy sex scenes stuffed in. 100 minutes of talking heads and some prolonged crummy sex scenes stuffed in. A snooze fest, that is. Yeah. I was wondering that they spend a whole box for Camille Keaton. I mean, she's not very popular in Italian cinema, but okay. Yeah. Well, maybe... Interesting idea. Maybe it was because of the I Spit on Your Grave connection. I don't know. Okay. Madeline. Let's see what I had written about this. What do you know? 1.5 stars. Yeah, I see what filmmakers did here. The end twist elevates the whole thing from miserable and makes the film worth watching. Yeah, now I remember this film. The end twist was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna be spoiling for you. And also I ask in my review, I ask a question, why does it have to be 100 minutes? Could they have shorter it for the longer scene, for example the party scene, which seems to be running like 20 minutes? Yeah. And my final comment, it would be a great as a Twilight Zone episode. Like 50 minutes. You have one idea, do it 50 minutes. Don't fucking twice the duration. Don't do it. Because even though you have the great idea, if you're prolonging it, you're missing the punch of that idea. But yeah, 1 good film, 2 crappy films, but great looking box set overall. I only recommend this. Well, I know there's gotta be a lot of fans of Italian horror, like this giallo horror cinema, and I think most likely your opinion vary from mine. But this is my opinion. So if you like this, so I'm very happy for you. But I'm not one of the likers. Okie dokie. So what's next? All right. Another Vinegar Syndrome archive came from October also. The Grave. Yeah. I actually included The Grave on my shit list in my Finnish broadcast, January film recommendations. Now, this was like a Tarantino film. They tried to do a Tarantino thing. These 2 guys, they escape the prison and go to like this bayou area to find this. They hear a story about this grave which is full of money, and they are looking that grave and to get the key to get the secrets. And then there's this snappy Tarantino style dialogue. And this was made in the 1995. This was the hottest when the Tarantino heat was on. Come on, Pulp Fiction just came out, and everybody had to do their own Tarantino thing, and so did these first-time directors, Jonas Pate. The one thing I found very annoying in this was this constant use of cheerful banjo music. Why does it? Why do you have to all constantly use that? That is distracting and annoying. I didn't like that. And this dialogue, I have to say something good about this. I think the end twist was pretty decent, and it made the film worthwhile watching. But without that end twist, oh my god, this would have not made. Oh, it's still got in my shit list. So on my shit list. So I don't know. Not one of my favorite Vinegar Syndrome archive releases. This is, like Tutti Punti says, very mediocre. And Quint says, I think I will pass on that one. Yeah, hopefully I save you some money. Or did you mean the Camilla Keaton box? Hey, I got this on one shot to enter this package. But yeah, what can I say? It's a Vinegar Syndrome Archive 17, so you got to have them all, right? Okay, but October also gave us another sweet 4K title, and this was a blast. Ticks. Ticks is a science fiction horror film directed by Tony Randall, and it was made in the year 1993. It's a gory film about these wood ticks that they grow when they eat some pots. But these guys, they are cultivating pot in the woods, some backwoods, and they are using illegal steroids to make the pot grow bigger. And these ticks eat that pot stock, and they also get bigger. They are becoming like a size of dog. So this includes a lot of cool scenes with these animatronic ticks, and also very good, cool looking gore scenes. And you probably can expect that from the director of Hellraiser 2, Tony Randall. And also it was starring Clint Howard and as this kind of pot grower who gets it the first time. So these ticks enter your body and like lay their eggs, and then your head starts to follow and you explode. And yes, in the end there's even a giant tick. Yeah. Well, overall, I think maybe if I would put that in my recommendation, but I think it's not as good as Laughing Dead or Devil's Story, but this is definitely high on my list. Very entertaining splatter film, not too high of a budget, but very good entertainment nevertheless, and I love the artwork. Artwork is very good, wouldn't you agree? Ticks. Yeah. And this box is nice. Okay, now this boss starts to piss me off. Did you like the how do you control it? Okay, now it went away. Did you enjoy Ticks? You probably have watched Ticks already. Definitely a lot better than The Grave. Definitely. And did I say that this was Ultra HD? Another 4K release. And very good picture quality. Vatsila says, I thought it was a lot of fun. Couldn't agree with you more. All right. Then we are moving into the November, and that was the very huge month for Vinegar Syndrome. That is the month that they put out everything they got in that month. So clearly this was the richest month of the year because of course there's no releases in the December. So, but I think I have talked very much about this, most of these already. So I think I'm gonna be doing a fast one of these, unless you want to ask me anything. Ticks are on my must-watch list. Tony Rendell was annoying. What do you mean? Ticks was great. I loved the effects, so disgusting slime effects. Yeah, very slimy and gruesome effects. Gotta love that shit. Okay. Steel and Lace. A robot girl. Very much like a combination of I Spit on Your Grave and also RoboCop. This lady makes us... She kills herself, and then her brother, who is a scientist, makes a robot out of her, which is very heavily armed, and then this robot goes after her rapists. Entertaining film. I liked it. Good effects and exciting plotline. One of the better releases of Vinegar Syndrome, but I think I have talked about this already, so I will move on. But I have to say that this slipcover is pretty nice. You know, like this machine brain sticking out of this. Oh, not to mention this also. Nice one. And this also, I have been talking about Ebola Syndrome, very disgusting film. A first release from Vinegar Syndrome from Category 3 release. And Category 3 is a Hong Kong rating of films which is equal to NC-17 or K-18 in Finland. And this is one of the more disgusting films you have ever seen. This guy goes to Africa and rapes a native African lady who is dying of Ebola, and then he goes back to Hong Kong to spread the Ebola disease. And also, did I mention that this guy Andy Lau is a serial killer and very brutally kills people. Directed by Herman Lau, and film that you probably won't forget anytime soon if you watch it. Highly recommend it from year 1996. But only if you have a very strong stomach for these type of films. If in doubt, do not watch. I recommend it with reservations. To slip your VSA case inside of the box, wrap a sheet of paper around the top of the plastic case, slide it a bit, and then pull the sheet of paper. What does it say? I have some paper cut. Okay, I need some practice to slip those covers in. Wrap a sheet of paper around it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it can work. Is there a dubbed version of Ebola? No, it is subtitled. I don't think there even... Does there even exist a dubbed version of this film? I don't know. Maybe. Good stuff if you can handle it. And next up we have Trauma from Dario Argento. I think one of his lesser films, one of his first American-made film. He went to United States to make this film, and yeah, he had to cut this like in order to achieve R rating or something like that. That pretty much everything violent is directed outside of the camera, and there's a couple of decapitation scenes, but I don't know. Overall, wasn't very good film, I have to say. Not a very good film. 110 minutes of people talking, and what even was the plotline of this film? Asia Argento is like this troubled young lady, and she meets this guy, and the guy is a cop. Was it? I don't know. And he was not a cop. She runs to some cops, and they take her back to her like this, what do you call it, this orphanage home, and stuff happens there. Like this, she's held there against her will, and then somebody starts to kill people with this kind of like this wood chipper. I don't know, is this really even a real tool when you wrap this wire around something and squeeze the trigger and the wire goes and chops it off. I don't know if this even a real thing. I did not like this very much. Brad Dourif is in it like 2 minutes. I would have loved to see him more because I think he shines in this film. And also that guy from Apocalypse Now, I forget his name, Frederick. I don't know. Well, the guy who was on the boat in Apocalypse Now is in it, but not by no means not Argento's best, but it was nice to see this finally with proper picture and uncut version. German dub of Ebola syndrome exists, but that is, guess not your answer. Yeah, I must admit I have never seen Camilla Keaton. Goddamn, why do I have some fucking bullshit over my window? I must admit I have never seen Camilla Keaton in a good film. Asia Argento playing a troubled woman isn't my... Why do I have this annoying pop-up that is preventing me to see the chat? No, now it went away. Good. Asia Argento playing a troubled woman isn't much of a stretch. Are you suggesting that she is actually a troubled young woman? And that was VS 378. Let's move on. Okay, Creature. Now, this is also a film that I have talked plenty about. One of my childhood favorites, a Creature film, an alien ripoff from year 1985. But actually, when you think of it, it's not that similar to Alien. You know, it's got this spaceship which goes to investigate the signal missing in the Titan, the moon of Saturn, and then there's this archaeological find. These previous guys have found these metallic tubes which include this monster who can, you know, put some little monsters on your head and use that as a mind control device. So it's not that similar to Alien when you think of it, but most of the time people refer this as an Alien ripoff. Great looking master. I have to give it to Vinegar Syndrome. It's very fantastic to finally see this in widescreen picture, and this even includes the director's cut of the film. But may I give you a suggestion? Don't watch it, because that version is much more poorer picture quality. But that version includes 2 gore scenes that is not on the theatrical cut. These 2 scenes where head explodes and head comes loose has some additional footage that is not on the theatrical cut. I have seen this film like a fucking million times. I know how these scenes play. So it was a delight for me, and I can never rate this with any subjectivity, so I have to give this 5 stars. But it's not as good as as Devil Story or okay, let me replace Laughing Dead with the creature. I know this probably is not everybody's cup of tea, but like I said, I have nostalgic ties to this film, so for me that was a real treat. Let me show you the Finnish VHS that I have seen millions of times. Yeah, this green looking baby here, this is one of my oldest video cassettes that I ever acquired. I only have one complaint about this slipcover. This is bad. This is right out bad. I mean, the only thing you had to put in this slipcover was this alien head. Nothing else. Why does it have to be something else? No. This would have been much better. I mean, this would make a great slipcover. I really don't like this. What about you? Watched this right before you show. Disappointed. Okay, I'm sorry to say, but like I said, I have nostalgic feelings about this towards this film, so I had to like this. I did like this very much. Seen it a million times. And fortunately now I don't have to watch this full screen version of the. However, this is an uncut version of the theatrical cut, which is surprising for this being an Eurovision release of in Finland, because usually these guys, they use their scissors a lot when they brought these films to Finnish video. But enough of that. Yeah. Few more films. Hope you are able to listen to me a little bit more. Okay, Paul Morris's Fresh for Frankenstein. I mean, Flesh for Frankenstein. God damn it, I have been talking too much, so my tongue is getting paralyzed. 3D version, the one I have been expecting like millions of years. Talked this before, and this even includes the 4K version of the film. But yes, everybody knows that there were some flaws about this HDR version, and they are doing the replacement program. I have not yet received any message that these discs are on the way, but I don't mind, because the 3D version was very entertaining. The film is pretty much perfect B-class film, and I have seen this too very many times, but never before this has looked so good, and never have I seen the 3D version. Enough of that. This has got to be not necessarily the best release of the year, but definitely one of the most anticipated release from Vinegar Syndrome. And I do have to put that, replace that creature with that. Okay, who am I kidding? I will replace the Flesh for Frankenstein. I will replace Devil Story with Flesh for Frankenstein, because this was so anticipated release, even though it had flaws, but they're doing the replacement program, so this is so far the best release of last year. Of the fall, not the last year. But yeah. Alright. Then something very unexpected happened, and then there was this Vinegar Syndrome Productions, yeah, and these two I have talked to death already. Great looking release, New York Ninja, the film that never even existed. A big up to Vinegar Syndrome that they did this very good special box set of this very unique trash film from the 80s. They did not do it 4K, but they did the Blu-ray, and this is an amazing box set, an amazing film. Yeah, and the cover page, this alone is worth the admission. So I will put that in the shared position with Flesh for Frankenstein. This I awarded this for the most unexpected release of last year, and nobody probably did not expect this previously unreleased film to be finished and done this very special feature. What do you say? What do you say? Yeah, Creature's lip is a head scratcher. What were they thinking? Yeah, considering that they have done these types of very good looking slipcovers, I think they really dropped the ball on that Creature one. I don't know why. Maybe they tried some new maker, some other guy who had not made any covers. I don't know what happened, but hopefully not this same style of slipcovers appear anymore. Vetsila says, amazing release. Just got my replacement disc yesterday. Oh, did you now? Okay, it's great to hear that the replacement units are on their way. Syka says, Frankenstein is one of the more beautiful VSA releases. Yes, indeed. It's a stunning looking film. The Technicolor, or probably not Technicolor, but the color is amazing. It looks amazing. Yeah, it definitely does. And another, and did I mention that this is the first of Vinegar Syndrome Productions, VSP-01. And another VSP release came right after that. It's something called Censor, and actually I think I talked about that already and did not understand why is it Vinegar Syndrome Productions. To this date I have not found any reason why is this called Vinegar Syndrome Production, because no titles say anything about Vinegar Syndrome being involved with the making of this film. But yeah, we got great looking cover. The film was a bit too modern for me, modern thriller. Like it's atmospheric, very well made, but I think the problem with this film the problem is in my head, because I think it feels too new, too modern, and usually these types of film I really don't watch. These kind of new wave of horror films, something that you would like to see in Netflix, and this would be a great Netflix film, but probably a weird release from Vinegar Syndrome. It's not bad film. No. I'm not suggesting that it's a bad film, but other than that I expected, and yeah. Let's just say that I was not a fan of this film, but yeah, 3 stars is something that I would give it. I was not pissed off or anything when I was watching it, but you understand. Paul Morrissey was an interesting director, Quint says. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that, definitely. I have to see The Trash and also the other films. I only have seen from him Dracula and Frankenstein. Have to watch those others as well. Alright. Another Vinegar Syndrome archive, TC2000, a great action film, very high-octane fighting scenes and stupid acting and stupid plotline about this future world where people live under the ground and some terrorists live above the ground, and Billy Blank starts kicking ass all from left and right. And actually this was pretty violent film, and no wonder that for example the British version has been cut to shreds. And great looking cyborg chick. This film has a great looking, very sexy looking cyborg chick, and Billy Blanks is his shoe goes very high, his kicks are very high. I did enjoy it. It has even Bolo Young in a small role, and Jalal Murray also, the guy who produced this film. I did enjoy watching this film very much, and because I'm a fan, I'm a sucker for these like B action films, and I think I think that this B action from 90s is coming in fashion slowly but surely, because everybody's always talking about 80s action, but there's some unknown gems in 90s action cinema, and looks like that these things are coming out for people to see. For example, this Blu-ray is a clear example of it. And what I say, bring them on. maybe Vinegar Syndrome starts releasing on Blu-ray or even on 4K. 4K these PM Entertainment films like a Hologram Man or Sweeper, stuff like that. Ooh, that's so pretty. That is so sweet stuff. So sweet. Blu-ray cover looks almost as gay as the DVD cover. Yeah. Let me show you the gayest cover ever. And this is the gayest cover ever. Nice. Oh yeah. I have the Dutch version of this TC2000 and it has the same cover. And of course, if you want to get even more gay, you have the poster with the same pictures than the covers. I think this is one of the better VSA releases ever. What do you think? What did you think? Vesius says, watched the censor yesterday, 4 or 5 for me. Would have given 3 or 5 at first, but then the ending was really enjoyable, which raised the points for me. Yes, I understand your point. And like I said, it's only my opinion. It's only in my head. I can see if somebody would appreciate it and like it very much, because it is visually stylish, it's very well made, very atmospheric, but it's only me that... not necessarily my cup of tea, this type of film. Yeah. Okay, one more film from VSA release. Oh yeah, oh shit. And that is Tiger Claws. Also a film produced by Jalal Murray, and also a film starring Bolo Yang. And actually this is 3 films packed in one high-octane package. This is VSA 18. And that, by the way, that was VS 19. So, Fortress America is VS 20. So, this actually includes, yeah, like I said, it includes 3 films on 2 Blu-ray discs. And holy shit, this for the first time I was watching the first one, and it was like, yeah, okay, this was pretty standard action. I liked it. But the second one was the best for me. When they introduced in this normal action movie this kind of time portals and shit like that, I was like, what the hell? And also in the third one, these ancient masters from ancient China or somewhere around that, they come to the modern day New York and start blasting ass. So this is more like a fantasy film, which I really did not expect. And yeah. And was it the part 2 was clearly, in my opinion, the best one of these. The ending was so abrupt, you know, using stock footage from Bolo Yang, because Bolo Yang left the set too early and they had to use some old film stock to fill in Bolo Yang gaps. Very good release. Not necessarily the best action. For example, I did like TC2000 more, even, maybe, but very interesting trilogy, and especially if you're a sucker for 90s action like I am, I suggest you get Tiger Claws and get clawed by that. Watsila says, I love TC, very surprised. Come on. Go in there. Yeah, there he goes. Have to put that in the socket as well. In the sock. Let's put this dick in the rubber, shall we? Come on. You can easily destroy your, Blu-ray cover. I don't have piece of paper with me, so I cannot do the trick that Psycho, or who was it that suggested me? It's not getting along. So if you are up to it, Okay, it's 9 o'clock even, but I still have few releases to go. So let me show you quickly these slip covers of re-release slip covers, and this is a Frightmare from it is a VS095, so pretty ancient Vinegar Syndrome release, horror film from year 1981, and it was even starring Jeffrey Combs from Reanimator. It was okay. Interesting kills and more interesting plotline than usual. This guy who is dead uses videotapes to get revenge on the guys who steal his corpse. I am just taking that out of my head. I think that is what happens in that film. And Graduation Day, maybe more better teen slashers, and great looking slipcover, I might add. This is I think this is a funny slipcover, but this cover page is not bad as well. More better teen slasher, you know, this girl gets a heart attack and dies in the exercise, and well, I will not give out the murderer because it might spoil somebody's enjoyment of the film, but basically somebody is taking revenge of her death towards the graduation day is approaching, so he goes there. Killing starts to happen towards the graduation day. Good kills, imaginative kills, and they kind of nailed this with this film because they understood the point that if you are making a teen slasher, you should do a kill for every 10 minutes, and then in the between you should show some nudity. So that makes it like very entertaining. Not necessarily very entertaining, but entertaining than most of these films are. It's not the best teen slasher, but I think it's above average. And then we have very strong Video Nasty, a film that was banned in England and also in Finland. Don't Answer the Phone. A very schizophrenic film, might I say. I think this guy who is playing the killer, Nicholas Ford, he is doing amazing psychopathic role. Come on, Nicholas Ford, he's more remembered from small roles like films in like a Dark Man and stuff like that, but he is really doing very creepy performance in this film. But on the other hand, the other half of the film tells a story about these bumbling cops that go around and fooling around, and like this whimsical music playing around as they are, you know, not succeeding very good in their mission, and the mission being find the serial killer who is strangling naked women in Los Angeles ghettos and these prostitutes. I think if this film would have been just about this Nicholas Ward's maniac killer, I think this would have been a classic. But now it feels like a very strange mixture of different genres. But it is what it is, and I did like this film a lot. Yes, that was those new slipcover releases. Let me this Don't Answer the Phone was VS150, and also this Graduation Day was VS15. So pretty ancient stuff in these re-releases. And hey, Vinegar, keep these things coming because these are very nice surprises and kind of like probably a very good thing to, you know, bring forward your back catalog. Graduation Day is good enough, works alongside Pieces. Just not, no, nothing can compare with Pieces. Pieces is a classic. I like it very much. Bastards! That was from Pieces. Okay, finally, I have to show this other box set, but basically this was not a new box set But come on, Rudy Ray Moore box set. This deserves a show. This deserves a shout out because let's talk about the box set. Rudy Ray Moore, the films of Rudy Ray Moore. Beautiful looking box set, and we have 4 films in here: The Disco Godfather, Pity Wheatstraw, The Devil's Son-in-Law, The Human Tornado, and also, of course, the classic Dolomite. Yeah, Dolomite has got to be one of my favorite blaxploitation films. Now, The Human Tornado is a good sequel, a little bit too self-aware. This film knows that it's a comedy, it's a funny film, but I think in Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore really tries to make a good movie. But here he's just a buffoon, tries to make a comedy film. But Rudy Ray Moore says in the interview that this is his favorite film. So I guess I have to... Who am I to judge or to say what Rudy Ray wanted to make? But Dolomite is my favorite. Don't Answer the Phone makes a nice double feature with Don't Go in the House. And also don't forget, Suko, don't forget Don't Go in the Woods Alone. And Don't Go Near the Park. And basically, you know, every one of these were a video nasty. Don't Go in the House, Don't Answer the Phone, Don't Go in the Woods Alone, and don't what was the don't? The last about Don't Go Near the Park. The Hamburger Pimp. I'm so bad I kick my own ass twice a day. Yeah, this is filled with legendary one-liners. I think everybody should see Dolomite and Human Tornado as well. But to be, well, P.T. Wheatstraw is like a PG-13 version of Dolomite, even though it's an R-rated film, but there's no cursing, there's a little bit nudity, and might I say that these films are filled with cursing and nudity, but I think this is not as good. They have the same idea, but they really try to make this work for kids or something, I don't know. I think when you're trying to make a household name of Dolomite, you don't understand the point of the Dolomite. And the same goes for Disco Godfather. Now, in this film, Rudy Ray Moore is a disco DJ, and his nephew takes an overdose, and then he goes out on the streets to take out for the drug cartels. And this includes a lot of bad kung fu. And also P.T. Wheatstraw has an interesting plotline. There's this guy who is born as a kid, like a big kid. He comes out from her mama's pussy, and he's like a grown-up kid and starts beating up his old man. It's an incredible scene. And also in this film, P.T. Wheatstraw dies, and Devil makes him a deal, and he suggests that he can return P.T. Wheatstraw back to Earth if he agrees to marry her daughter. So lots of crazy stuff happens in this film. But these two have a potential, but not as good as these two. What do you think of Rudy Ray Moore? Do you have this box set? Because I think it's very good looking box set and good films, even though I say some shit things about them. But no. Never mind. Don't Look in the Basement was one of the as well. Don't Tell My Wife I ass. Is there really a film called that, Mr. Soijamakkar? All right, hey. I'm getting exhausted talking here like this machine gun style with language that is not my main language, so pardon me if my tongue is stuck once and for a while. But hey, that's my Vinegar Syndrome report from 2021. What's your favorite release? And what did you think about this video? And what do you think about this studio? Should I do here live shows more often in this environment? I bought the Rudy Ray Moore box, upgraded versions from old TV set. Yes, there is. Don't tell my wife I asked the babysitter. There's lots of sequels as well. I can only imagine. Hoo-hoo. Yeah. Alright, guys. Right. Do you have any questions? Any comments? I know I cut some corners towards the end because I already have talked quite a while about Frankenstein, New York Ninja, so I don't see the point of me going through them again. So hopefully you will pardon me that. But it's a 2-hour show and I am already 10 minutes past 2 hours. This looks more open than your other set. Yes. My other set is behind that shelf over there. So basically in my basic set, that is the shelf you see from the other side. So basically I'm not that far away from the other set as well. What's the next week's show? Actually, I don't know. Somebody asked me, what's it, Watford FC, who asked me, and can I do a show about myself, my filmmaking and stuff like how I got here, but I don't know. That's one idea, but I have not really said it. If you have any suggestions, hit me with suggestions right now. Do you want to see VHSs in some way or form? Do you want to see my home movies some way or form? How about a tour of your video library? That is always a good idea. Because I can move this camera. You know, let me show. Those shelves are Makuni shelves from, yeah. Because I can do this easily. There you can see my very dirty table. And now, here's my desktop. That is my usual set. And in the darkness is more video shelves. And there's a Chuck Norris right there. And my bed right there. And my Tintorera refrigerator and Chuck Norris and my Exterminator poster is somewhere behind there. But basically I could do this type of tourney. If that would be a fun idea for you guys. Oh yeah, I forgot that my microphone didn't probably catch what I said there that well. Whatsila would love to hear my story. Alright. I don't know, maybe I figure out something about me or the video tour or something like that. Suka says, I want an origin story and how you got into collecting so many movies. Maybe you've already done it, but your place is pretty damn impressive. Thank you. How you got there may be interesting. Okay. Let me think of something. A little off topic, but could you show the insides of that Evil Dead 2 Necronomicon DVD book? As I have the brown version of the first movie and I would like to know the insides are if the insides are the same. Yeah, well, sure, why not? Okay. Let's see the Book of the Dead. I know that this is worn out and no batteries. This doesn't speak anymore. And by the way, this was a donation of my Finnish watcher. I am very glad about this. So does it look anything like yours? Great looking artwork here. And then we have the disc. And it's a DVD. So, what bands are you into? Well, I'm a synthwave guy. I like synthwave bands, like Perturbator, not necessarily a full-blown synthesizer band, but also there are a lot of good synthwave bands out there. Now that you ask that, I cannot remember any single name of those. Carpenter Brute, that's my absolute favorite. The battery Aziz, the battery is missing. The battery is missing here, Aziz. This does not talk to me. Okay, Freakazoid, does that satisfy your curiosity? What is your day job? Your line of work? Yeah, I'm a full stack developer. I do these internet things. You know, I focus on PHP for the back end of the service, and also JavaScript and Vue.js for the front end of the script. I have done WordPress plugins and stuff like that lately, and also this kind of chat service I have been doing. I also do databases, and I do like the server side things, like managing the servers and stuff like that. I'm in the ET business. ET, information technology business. Vatsila loves Perturbator and Carpenter Brute. Yes, what is your favorite, Mr. Vatsila? Or are you a Mr.? Manovar. Yeah. Some classic 80s metal bands are also the ones I like. Okay, hey, but maybe we talk more next week, because I think I have to go now. I need to eat something. I did not have time to eat my dinner, so last time I ate breakfast, so maybe I need to just say Pink Floyd. Maybe I need to eat something once for a while. Or maybe I shouldn't, because I'm getting some weight on me. And yes, there is a blizzard here in my hometown, so I even didn't went outside today, because it was snowing so hell of a lot.
Hell yeah, alright.
So let me put this anthem for you. Yeah, they are almost identical. It's hard to find those books in good condition, as the cover of the book dries and it starts to peel off. Yeah, you can see the peel off effect in work in this. But other than that, I think this is pretty okay shape, this Evil Dead. Thank you for the show. Hey, thank you for everyone for watching the show. Always appreciate it. Thanks for super chatters. I appreciate that hell of a lot. And hopefully you will join the next week chats. Or I will let you know. I will put another event, so you will know what's the topic and when it's gonna be. Because it could be that maybe... Hey, wait a second. Remember that Wednesday morning chat. Yes. Hey, why is it not my music playing? My Wednesday morning chat is like the Vinegar Syndrome is putting out the February releases. So I was thinking about it is up for 7 o'clock in the morning here in Finland. So maybe 8 o'clock Finnish time I will start a short live, like half an hour, talking about before I go work. Talking about these February releases. And I will not check these out beforwards, because I want it to be surprise and to make a live surprised. You can see my surprised look in the live show. So that is Wednesday morning, unless something unexpected happens. So you never know, but you will see. And if you don't have the time to watch it live, you can also watch it as a recording, of course. Yes, but now I salute you guys. I thank you for watching and hope you are great the rest of your evening. Yes. Bye bye.
Bitch, we're talking with our boy Willie. You know he's got the shit. He's dancing real hard. I know you'll never get sick of it. He's got that T on, got that long sexy hair. You know he's about to take his shirt off, his abs so bare. He's got a six-pack. They call him Suburban Commando. He's a big motherfucker and he's dropping it low. He's about to slap that ass, baby, about to slap it so hard. You ever seen this motherfucker running naked through your backyard? Video talk, bitch, we're talking video talk. Get your video talk. You best subscribe. You best subscribe or die. You best subscribe or dive to video talk.